Okay, if you want to lose fat, right? Like you maybe have a belly that you're insecure about taking off your shirt in public, or maybe you just don't like seeing it in the mirror, or maybe you're just feeling a little lethargic in your life, right? And you're just wanting to lose fat, just feel better in your body. You want to feel more vital. You want to fit in shirts better and not just have this like belly belly sticking out. Um, I want to give you something very practical on how to do that, right? And how fat loss works. So, just give some context. So, I was in an ashram. I was a monk for a number of years. I didn't work out at all, practically, sat a lot, and my diet consisted mostly of carbs and fats, not much protein. I wasn't very active, right? So, after I got out of that lifestyle, I was like 185 and just like skinny fat. Like my arms were pretty skinny, but I just had this big belly and man boobs and all that, right? And so I started a fitness journey and consistently over time started to learn more and more how to lose weight, how to build muscle. And I invested in a fitness coach that gave me a framework on how to lose like 2 pounds of fat per week and without restricting your diet like crazy, but just actually dialing in a strategy so that you don't waste so much time in the gym. Because the biggest thing that I learned about fitness, from going from trying to do it on my own and just what I've been hearing online and whatever, to actually investing in somebody who can take me through a process, is the biggest thing is your diet. Like, it really is that simple if you're lifting weights and you're doing some sort of cardio, like, and you're not seeing the scale go down consistently, it really just is your diet. And there's more to dial in than just diet, like your workout routine, but it really just is that. And so, if you want to lose fat, there's three things you have to do, right? Number one is you want to decrease your body fat percentage, right? Number one is you need to have the right training strategy, and that is with this framework, it's bodybuilding for 30 minutes. Your your compound lifts, your bench press, your chest, back, shoulders, legs, and arms. Your compound lifts, you're sort of like your normal basic lifts, right? Curls, hammer curls, tricep pull down, push downs, all these things, right? Bodybuilding exercises. And then the next 30 minutes, you want to do high intensity training. Now, this is going to have you doing various exercises one after the other, and it's going to raise your heart rate. And it's very high intense, so you want to do high reps for like 45 seconds each. Like you have 9 exercises, 45 seconds each. You're going through them different ones. And then during that hit and training, then you do about 10 minutes of cardio, right? During that 30 minutes. So what this is going to do is the bodybuilding is going to help you preserve muscle, and you're going to want to focus on just building strength, just pushing weight. So you're signaling to your body, I need to hold on to this muscle. And the hit training is to burn fat. Okay. So that's the first thing. That's the style of training. It's called a hybrid approach. And then the second and most important thing that you need to do is dial in your diet. You actually need a diet strategy to where you can be specifically in a calorie deficit, but you want to calculate macros. So you want to calculate how many fats you're having, carbs, and proteins, because your body uses these primary three macronutrients differently, right? And a lot of times you'll notice if you actually start tracking what you eat, you're really overeating carbs and fats. And so it's actually it's not just like you just have one scoop of protein in a smoothie and then hey, I got enough protein for the day, right? All the other calories are coming from these other sources, which can, especially depending on what type of body you have and how your body holds fat and stores fat, it can disrupt that process of actually utilizing that for energy, right? It'll disrupt the process of you actually burning the fat in your body, right? So eat enough protein. So dial in your macronutrients. And then the third thing is in, you want to implement intermediate fasting, intermittent fasting. 16-hour fast, 8-hour eating window. And this is just going to help improve your metabolism, right? This fasting period, improve your metabolism. It signals to your body that you're wanting fat loss, basically. Like your body is, it just works so well. And so I'm not going to get too much in the science here right now because of the short video, but you'll really see a big change. And especially if you have that window like farther away from your rest time. So for me, I usually have my window about 10 to 6 p.m. So I don't eat after 6 p.m. My body can rest better. My body rests better. It digests everything before I go to bed. I get, you know, better recovery at night. And then I don't eat until the next morning at 10 a.m. So these three things, if you implement these two things, it's really going to help you with fat loss, help you lose that belly, help you feel more confident in your body. And what I recommend is if you're a guy and you've never gotten abs, you've never got your body fat down to like 12%, like I really recommend doing it at least once in your life. And the best way to do it is honestly to hire somebody, to invest in someone who can take you through a process, you know? Because when you get about 12% body fat, you visibly look like you're more in shape, right? Like fat is basically gone from your arms, you might have a bicep vein. When you flex, like you'll see some veins, you'll see the muscles, and you'll have like some definition in your chest and your abs, depending on your genetics, and you'll just visibly look like, oh shit, this guy's in shape. So I recommend 12% body fat. You don't need to necessarily go lower. That's pretty intense, but 12% body fat. Get to it. Get to it. And honestly, I've never felt better in this state because one thing as a spiritualist it does is it helps me control my tongue. It helps me control my eating and I'm more focused. I have a lot of energy. I could take off my shirt anytime, anywhere and feel like incredible, feel like I'm confident in my body. And, I'm like flexing in the mirror, like, oh, well, look at that, look at that. And one thing too, with getting to that low percent body fat, for me, it's really transformed the way I've weightlifted because I can actually see the muscles working in a movement. If I'm like looking at myself in the mirror, I'm seeing the muscle contract, the muscle relax, stretch, contract, right? And you'll actually be able to see if you're building muscle as well, if you're in a bulk phase. Like you'll actually get to feel the muscle, see the muscle. It's just a great body fat percentage to overall improve your health, your confidence, and your ability to lift better and see what you're doing in a better way to dial in your fitness routine. So I have a framework that works. If you message me macros, I will send you a video of the framework, the training for free, and you can understand more about what I'm talking about here. All right, see you next time.